welcome to this Rome vlog. If you found this video, then you're in for a treat. Just got into Rome from Los Angeles last night. It was such a long flight, but we're here now. Woke up this morning. We're staying in an apartment right in the center of Rome. We're pretty close to the Spanish Steps. Woke up, we're gonna go get coffee right now, and I do have a tour booked this evening to see some of the sites and monuments. I'll take you along with that. I'll show you everything that we'll be doing in Rome, getting into, and recommend some great things to do while we explore and learn ourselves. So let's go explore Rome. An outfit check for the day. I'm wearing this really gorgeous two-piece set from Free People. It's really pretty, and it's like a linen blend kind of vibe. The back is open, just really make it like cozy because it's really hot today. It's literally 100 plus. And I am wearing these Hermes brown Ron sandals that are super comfortable. A woven brown bag, and my glasses, they're like kind of like light brown Burberry glasses. And I'm here with my husband, so maybe we'll just do an outfit check of him. What are you wearing?
You ask me, I'll tell you.
Okay, what are you wearing? Let's start from head. Hat.
Bailey.
Shirt.
Express.
Shorts.
Onia.
Onia, what is that? And then shoes?
Valentino.
Valentina. And sunnies?
Ray-Ban.
Ray-Ban. Okay, so we are heading out to explore Rome and do all the things and eat breakfast and everything. So we'll take you with us. Let's go. Okay, so we're staying here at this hotel. I'll link it in the description down below. But what is so funny is that last night when we came in, there was like a full restaurant vibe set up right here. And right now it's like closed. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is, well, not closed, but it's not there. So I guess they set up at night. And it's pretty neat. So we're heading out to explore. So we walked about 5 minutes to this restaurant, literally across the street from the Spanish Steps. We were seated upstairs. They do have outdoor seating as well, but it was so hot. It was rather empty because local Italians had already had their breakfast, and this was about 10 a.m. Their own version of their breakfast, which is usually just a cappuccino and some kind of like pastry. But by then, this was our first lesson in also knowing how to order our coffee. This wasn't what we wanted. We wanted iced coffee with some milk, but this was their version. So we learned how to order our coffee. We sat, the croissant was good, just across from the Spanish Steps. Once we were done with our breakfast, we made our way out, and we also noticed that there was now a slew of tourists coming into the restaurant. So we headed out to explore the Spanish Steps. Now, did you know that the Spanish Steps has 135 steps? It's actually just expansive and massive. The square was busy, starting to get super busy and extremely hot. I think it was about 102 that day. And you could see tourists reeling in slowly. So if you're in Rome, definitely go before 11 a.m. to have some quiet time. We're walking to the Pantheon. To explore that a little bit. That's not a part of our tour, so we're going to explore that on foot and see what it's about. The Pantheon is the largest unsupported concrete dome structure in the world, traditionally thought to be designed as a temple for Roman gods. The structure name derived from Greek words pan meaning all and theos meaning gods. The original Pantheon was destroyed by fire around 80 AD. As you can tell, while tourists have lined the streets. The line at the Pantheon was so long. So if you're interested in going inside, you can go inside. I would recommend definitely booking tickets ahead. It wasn't of interest for me to physically go inside, but I really wanted to see the outside. So we just did that. But definitely get tickets ahead if you want to go inside the Pantheon, because the line that I saw was crazy. So still on foot, we made our way from the Pantheon, about a 12-minute walk, to Basilica of Santa Maria, which is said to be the largest of the churches dedicated to the Virgin Mary in Rome. It was beautiful and gaudy inside. It was really impressive and kind of like overpowering in a very like massive feeling type of way. All the architecture, the ceilings, I couldn't stop looking up and thinking about the art and the work that went into it. So the coronation of the Virgin Mary sits atop an asphalt, and you can see it from both sides. On the other side, it's open. You can offer your offering before you go, but it was a great place for us to go in, see it, and sit and get some air conditioning. And so our tour, which is called the Best of Rome, was going to start in about an hour and a half. So we decided we're going to get lunch since our breakfast was so light. And this was our first attempt of getting pizza in Italy, in Rome. And note, they do not cut your pizza for you. You definitely have to cut it yourself. So I ordered a typical, just a generic cheese pizza. I'm really not a fancy pizza person, so a cheese pizza is good enough for me, and it was delicious. Our first pizza, also Aperol Spritz. This is our second version of Aperol Spritz because we had some for dinner the night before. The pizza was so good. Most importantly is the dough. The dough was exceptional. After lunch, we walked about 5 minutes, literally just across the street, to catch the group for our tour. I booked this tour probably a month to 6 weeks in advance because these tours do sell out. It's such a popular city. Italy is such a popular country. So I recommend if you're booking anything, do it months before you go, hotels included. So I booked the Best of Rome tour. It was a 3.5-hour walking tour where we get to go into the Colosseum, see what the Colosseum is all about. I was so excited about it. It was grandiose. And we had a tour guide. It was a group of about 20 people, I would say. It was manageable because I also wanted my own time to kind of like step off and step away. And to see and be inside of the Colosseum was just amazing. It is massive. It is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It's one of the 7 wonders of the world. And so this is my first one I got to take off, which is impressive and awesome. And a fun fact I learned is that the floor of the Colosseum was made with sand so that when the fights and the gladiator fights and animal fights were happening, the sand would soak up blood easily, and it was easy for them to soak up the blood and repair the ground for continuous fighting. I thought that was noteworthy to mention. So we had a wonderful tour, just learning so much about the original pieces, the gladiator uniforms, the type of gladiators, how people would fight. It was really impressive, and I'm so glad I got to witness it. It's actually the largest ancient amphitheater ever built, and it's still the largest standing amphitheater in the world despite of its age. It's gone about getting a couple renovations with some pieces to keep the structure going, but a lot of the original pieces, like gorgeous limestones and marble, are still a part of the building, and they have certain parts of the amphitheater that is actually still in its original state from inception, and I thought that was pretty cool. So once we were done inside of the Colosseum, then we made our way over to the Palatine Hill. It holds a rich heritage as a former residence of royal families and emperors. So our tour guide was so informative. She gave us so many information. Even though it's all broken down now, there's all of the, or most of the ruins is still in its original state. So she pointed out like this would be the sitting area, this would be the greeting area, and so on. And these are the original stones from the original building, marble, I believe, right here. So the last section of the tour, we went through the Roman Forum, which is a religious and political life symbol of ancient Rome. We walk along the Via Sacra, Temple of Venus, Temple of Saturn, Ark of Titus, and the House of Bastils. It was such a long day because it was so hot. After that, we decided to take the train back to where we were, and the train ride was about 10 minutes. We could have taken a taxi, but we're like, let's explore the train. And we got our train ticket right there. Just have cash with you. And that makes it so much easier. We got on the train, about 2 or 3 stops. We're back in our area where we're staying. And we went home, changed, settled down a little bit, and then head out for dinner. We just kind of strolled around. We didn't have any dinner reservations, but I remember on the street where our hotel was, I was like, I did see a restaurant that I like. It is called Dilla. And oh my gosh, what I liked about it when I was peeping in as we walked by it twice, it looked so homey inside. And if somewhere looks homey and not too like, you know, uptight or bougie, I think the food is usually good. I love how the menus partially has like handwritten menus laminated, and it was so cute. And I noticed that in a lot of like the more homey, local feel Italian restaurants. The menu was expansive, amazing wine list, and I knew I was gonna enjoy whatever it is I ordered. So we started off with our wines. I think I had a rosé and Lincoln had some red. And there was a couple sitting next to us we were chatting with a little bit. I ordered pasta with truffle, anything truffle, black truffle, I'm all in. And it's really, really yummy. It's so good. I had like a truffle parmesan pasta, which is just delicious. And the service is impeccable. Tastes great. Couldn't recommend it more. So I have like a creme brulee here. The plate is so hot that I am like, I can't touch it, but I'm so ready to dive into it. And then Lincoln has a tiramisu. I actually ordered both of our desserts, and I ordered what I like because he's not really a dessert guy. So I like the creme brulee and I like the tiramisu, and we're in Italy. Are they both like Italian desserts? I'm not sure. And then we also have 2 Aperol Spritz with our dessert. So we're gonna dive right in. Dinner was amazing. The ambiance is great. And I have to let you know, if you don't ask for the check, Italians will not bring a check to your table. And we learned that not even the first night, the second day, because we literally closed the restaurant. We were the last ones in the restaurant. Our hotel apartment was literally just 5-minute walk down the street. It was gorgeous, amazing. I highly, highly, highly recommend, if you're looking for some homey, yummy, and delicious food, to check out Dilla in Rome. It was just lovely. And if I do go back to Rome, or when I do go back to Rome, I think this is one of the little spots that I'm going to sneak into just to have dinner. got to meet up with my girlfriend Elizabeth. She's literally 5 minutes from my apartment. Her hotel is 5 minutes. I didn't get to see her the first day. It was our first day and we had a tour. You know, she had her own thing going on, but we decided we're going to meet up for coffee the next morning because this was our kind of like our second and last day in Rome. And we met up, found a little coffee shop and started chatting. You're Russian. That's before we heard them squeeze behind me. Look at you, Russian. And I'm like, hey, we're slightly shook. You were like, I think we're like, look at you.
Yeah, I was like, why are you rushing?
Why are you rushing? Just chilling in the back. To the point where
he's like, you're messing up my wine buzz.
I started running because I'm thinking one of us gotta get there first.
Yes.
And then they called me on the phone.
And
They're like, hey, if you don't come in 2 minutes, we're locking shop.
Wait, they called you?
Yeah, my cell phone. They call my cell phone. I'm like, who is this?
This must be a Delta thing.
Yep.
That's never happened to me before.
Okay, girl, it's giving back. I say that back, your back.
The deep back?
Yeah,
on the dress?
Yeah,
this color is nice. Yeah, I mean, I really like the way they look, but I'm like, am I going to get a blister in 5 minutes?
Let's see them fancy schmancy. Oh my gosh, those are so cute.
They're
like,
so
look
pretty,
so
but I'm
good
like,
with linen.
they look so good with this outfit.
They do. And they will look so nice with like linen stuff.
Perfect with the
I'm like trying so hard.
How do
to
you
go for
feel?
comfort. You know when something's cute, I'm like, doesn't matter.
So after that first round of shopping, we decided to stop and grab a small bite. And also we were looking for somewhere that was air conditioned. This restaurant did have seating outdoors too, but I needed air conditioning because it was so hot that day. So grabbed a bite, a glass of wine, and then made our way back to some more shopping.
It's a beautiful region. Beautiful photos because the light out is very particular on this one.
I also want to mention a rule of thumb when you're traveling. So always have your passport with you for security reasons. If you can, if you are someone who gets things lost, you might want to lock it in the safe at the hotel. But if you're shopping duty free, you want to have your passport with you. In Italy, they were okay with a photo of the passport page on your phone. So if you want duty free, you can claim it at the airport. Okay. We went on to meet up with my girlfriend again at this vintage shopping store that she really wanted to go to and I wanted to go to too. But what's so crazy, it was their lunchtime, and Italians don't play with their lunchtime and closing time. They close the door, they're at lunch, leave them alone. But one of the guys across the street felt so bad for us and went and got the owner and was like, hey, you gotta let these girls in. So we went inside, did a little bit of shopping. There's so many gorgeous and cute pieces in the store, just lovely vintage pieces that you probably will never find again that they had in the store. It was massive, expansive, and I'm linking it down below. So if you're in Rome, definitely check them out. Time for gelato. This was my first attempt at gelato in Rome, and I'm not necessarily a sweet tooth person. Gelato, ice cream, stuff like that, I'm not really big on it, but I had to try Italian gelato. I think this was one of the only times in my entire 2 week in Rome that I had gelato ice cream, so this was yummy. So we are leaving Rome and heading to Florence. We are taking the train. It's a hour-and-a-half train ride. And we're leaving from the Termini station to Firenze, Santa Maria Novella to get there. It's pretty easy. We pre-booked the tickets online before coming to Italy so that we have everything ready. We're in a taxi. Taxi is easy. A taxi cab is easy to catch. You can ask the hotel to get the taxi cab for you, or you can flat run down in Rome. So heading out to Florence. So it was time to leave Rome. I wouldn't even call it 2 full days, probably a day and a half, but the day before was just fulfilling because I got to go to Colosseum to check off one of the 7 wonders of the world. There's so much to do in Rome. The Trevi Fountain, like so much. So you have to pick out what you want, focus on that, and know that you can't go back again. So we made our way to the train station and we went, I think we were traveling on Italo, one of the railways. I can't remember. I'll link it down below. And so what we did, we bought tickets for the train and also got the tickets with lounge access. The lounge access was amazing. There are finger foods, coffee, a place to relax, chill, charge up until your train comes in. And we were just there hanging out, getting coffee, relaxing. And once our train time came up, we went on. And so my Rome vlog is over. My Rome time is over. Definitely subscribe to check out my Florence vlog coming up. There will be a Tuscany, there will be Venice, and there will be Lake Como. See you in the next vlog.